Okay, let's take a look at Apple in this video since Apple is scheduled to report earnings after the close tomorrow. So instead of doing this with the other stock that might be, a little bit off in terms of earning, and so rather than make a lengthy video, I thought I'd just do a short one, just concentrate on Apple. So to start off with, let's go back a little bit in time on Apple and kind of take a look at the monthly chart here. You can see that Apple since 2009, after we make a low here, somewhere around this 1117, it came all the way up and topped out at 2012 in September. And you can see that little bit of a this evening star pattern. See this evening star pattern actually start off, even on the weekly and the daily, you can see a similar pattern that has developed that triggered this pullback or correction. And in matter of fact, this correction actually took it down 50% from the swing of that low of 1117. And if I put this Fibonacci retracement on here and believe this is the low, then you can see that the price actually came down to this 50% point, or close to that 50% retracement, which stands at 55.95, and the low of that is 55.01. Then before it started to get a little bounce and retrace itself, and now you can see that it is actually retracing all the entire loss from that 2012, in addition to getting up close to this 141 extension, which is somewhere around 137.80. Okay, right now it's already exceeded that 127 extension, and you can see that there was there is an engulfing candle, this monthly engulfing candle engulfing the last 2 months or so. So right now Apple is basically working on trying to take out the high of this engulfing candle, which will result in a new all-time high. And maybe this coming earning will actually push Apple above this level, which is somewhere around the 133.60. Right? So as you recall, we also talk about the weekly, and we were talking about this weekly engulfing candle here that engulf all these, 2, 4, 5 weeks, before it finally broke through last week above this, this high here. And remember, I kind of put up these two level here, highlighting those the high and the low of this engulfing candle, and I was saying that the price of Apple needs to break about this 129.57 in order to move higher and possibly take out this high. Otherwise, anything in between, this high and the low, it's just basically just chopping around and just nothing but noise here. So we finally got this breakout last week. So if we take a closer look on a daily, and we see that it actually printed a little bit of a hangman on Friday, which is not a really encouraging type of candle. But again, it's OpEx, so you never know what kind of, what that price action actually mean, because right now it's sitting at 130.29, and I was telling, looking at the option OI, I was saying that the pin will be somewhere around that 130 level. So, right now, the machine kind of playing a little game now. Instead of pinning right at the strike, it's kind of pinning either slightly above it or slightly under it. So you just have to, maybe make your adjustment if you're playing these lotto tickets, which I don't. So anyway, and you see this is the high of that weekly engulfing candle, and here's the low. So I've been trapped in within this range here for quite a while before it finally broke through. So right now we're essentially looking for the earning to come out and possibly push it up above this particular level here. And also the other thing is, if we put in a Fibonacci retracement here, we also could kind of get some projection of where that might lead as well on this retracement. You can see this retracement came back down to the 618 and kind of been chopping around there, holding above that 618 level. And so right now it's kind of trying to break through. And here's this 141 extension. And if the price get back up above this upper trend line on this price channel, then it will be a 127 extension, which bring it up to about 141. and change, right? So the price is, in the near future, if Apple is going to take out this new high and continue to move higher, most likely it probably will not encounter any type of resistance until it's hit this 137.80 or this 141, this 141 near up these, price channel here. Okay, because the other thing is also have the market is currently based on Friday's close and the open interest on the option and the premium. The market is actually pricing a plus or minus 5% move on Apple on the earning, and the projected price level based on the closing, Friday closing price is essentially 137.50, so pretty close to this 137.80 here. And the low is 123. So essentially coming back down to this particular, 618 pivot level here. So depending on the price move on Apple on Monday during the trading session, then it could move this pivot point up and down. Then the low and the high probably will get a little bit adjusted. So, but the thing is, the ballpark number right now is basically 137, 141, 123 to maybe possibly on this 121, 122. Okay, so essentially this pivot low and possibly this 141 extension on that long-term monthly swing on the Fibonacci, or this near-term 127 extension here on the 141. Okay, so that's basically the projected price level right now. And if for example, if Apple come up and tag this upper price channel and encounter resistance, then we need to go and take a careful look at the price action up here to see how it is set up. Because remember what I was talking about back at 2012, we saw that evening star type of pattern that kind of triggered the correction, that 50% correction. You see this, here's the weekly, right? Remember we saw that monthly is pretty much the same, similar type of price pattern, right? And then now if we go and take a look at the daily, right, it's not that much different. We go back, 2012 here, okay? So you can see that here, right, you see this, so here's a little bit of an evening star here, right? So you're basically looking at this sort of evening, this is a shooting star with an evening star type of pattern. Although this one here trying to sneak back above it, but it never able to get above this particular high, and then just gap down. Then that's where it started, this entire move down, and we traced 50% of the prior move, okay, before it started to rebound. Okay, so right now, essentially, we want to pay attention to that when it get up to this level here, some of the major resistance, because if we see, most likely we're going to encounter some major resistance here. Apple going to encounter major resistance somewhere around this, between this 137, 138, essentially this 141 extension and the trend line here. So it's all depends how quickly this get up, to the trend line. Okay, so we need to pay attention to that price action, and if it unable to get above a new high and a breakdown, then most likely we probably will see it come back down and we test this 50% level here, this 119, because there's still a little bit of a price gap that it need to be filled, right? So probably this gap will be filled eventually, whether it's going to fill prior to making a new high, or going to get filled after we make a new high and on the way down. So those are the price level, and a little bit of a quick look at the Apple, 137.50, 123. Those are the up and down, and right now plus or minus 5.5%. I will update that during the or getting close to the close on Monday, and see what the option market has revised on the pricing for the earnings. So good luck.